Hi, my name is Sean Johnson.
My name is Gabrielle.
I'm Jessica. That's my husband, Jesse. That's Jaden, and this is our little guy, Justin.
My name is Caitlin.
My name is Fan Zhou.
Hi everyone, my name is Jesus Casado and I'm from Caracas, Venezuela. I was diagnosed with ALL, or acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
In early January 2017, I was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer.
In December 2018, when I was 25 years old, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Hadley was only 6 months old when she was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia.
When I was diagnosed with A+ anemia at age 2 years old.
I was diagnosed with sickle cell disease at birth and had a stem cell transplant at 10 years old.
We found out that Jaden had sickle cell disease when I was pregnant.
I remember being so stressed out and there was so much uncertainty around how we were going to be able to afford my medical expenses.
Our world was turned upside down as our only focus became getting the best care possible for Hadley to save her life.
I've gone through obstacles that are like mountains to overcome.
I also had limited income to pay for medical bills, as well as the transport to and from my doctor's appointments.
We'll forever be grateful for that peace of mind that the Bone Marrow and Cancer Foundation and the Open Homes program provided for us.
They stepped in right away and helped us when we were in need, both emotionally and financially.
I remember the day before I had to go for my transplant, I met Christina and her amazing team at the Bone Marrow and Cancer Foundation. That day changed everything for us.
Christina and the Bone Marrow Foundation are one of the big reasons why I'm still here today.
Every little help, every big help plays a very important role to a family in crisis.
They are doing incredible work to support research, patients, and families during their time of need when they need it most.
It's been 5 years since my transplant.
Today, Jaden is 17 years old, going on 18, in high school, active basketball player, and most importantly, he's cured from sickle cell disease.
I'm optimistic about the future. I'm currently working on my PhD in public health, and I'm engaged to my college sweetheart, and we're working on planning our wedding.
Today, Hadley is 7 years old, and we celebrated her 6-year cancer-free milestone last May.
So thank you for what you have done and what you continue to do.
You are truly making a difference in the lives of these patients and families.
So please, be a lifeline.
And please be a lifeline.
Be a lifeline.
Be a lifeline.
Be a lifeline.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so glad you could join us tonight. I'm delighted to welcome you to a special concert with the incredible artist Jon Batiste. I'm also thrilled that you will be able to hear from Emmy Award-winning writer and cancer survivor Suleika Jawad. We will also be hearing from the renowned Dr. Stephen Neimer, director of the Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center at the University of Miami. Before COVID-19, cancer was a crisis under normal circumstances. Unfortunately, the pandemic has only compounded these stressors, and patients and families are facing these uncertainties in isolation. In response to the pandemic, we have rapidly changed our programming to meet the needs of our patient community. We are redoubling our efforts to provide urgently needed financial assistance, housing, patient navigation, and therapy sessions, as well as a number of other critical support services to over 400 hospitals across the United States. Safe and accessible housing near cancer centers has become one of the biggest needs of families because communal living spaces have been closed down due to the coronavirus. The BMCF's partnership with Airbnb has been instrumental in providing safe accommodations for patients so that they can continue their life-saving treatment. And in March, we extended our program to address the urgent needs of providing first responders with temporary housing close to their hospitals and safely distanced from their own families. Another crucial step we have taken during this time is the expansion of our mental health services. Cancer patients and survivors often experience emotional distress, depression, and anxiety. Unfortunately, the pandemic has only increased the stressors they face. Now we have therapists available 7 days a week by phone or video conferencing to provide much needed emotional support. BMCF for over 28 years has supported patients and their families every step of the way, from diagnosis through survivorship. Like many nonprofits, the BMCF has been challenged during this pandemic with the cancellation of all of our many fundraisers. So this means that we need your support now more than ever before. Your donations will make a tremendous difference in our ability to continue providing vital support services to patients and families. Thank you for being here tonight to support the work of the Bone Marrow and Cancer Foundation, and please text BMCF 2020 to the number to give tonight. Now, without further ado, please welcome the wonderful and talented John and Suleika.
Hey, look at that.
Good evening, everyone. We are so thrilled and honored and excited to be here supporting the Bone Marrow and Cancer Foundation tonight. The foundation's mission is one that hits very close to home for me. At the age of 22, shortly a year after graduating from college, I was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia. And over the next couple of years, my family would endure all kinds of unexpected challenges, big and small. If you've had a loved one who's ever fallen sick, then you probably have some sense of just how quickly and drastically our lives change overnight. I'm very grateful to be 5 years cancer-free and in full remission, thanks to a life-saving bone marrow transplant with my brother Adam as my donor. But one of the greatest medicines that I received during the time that I was sick was music. Yeah. John, do you remember when you came and played for me in the hospital?
Yes. Oh, when the saints were marching in.
And they played that song too. It was my first summer in the hospital. I'd spent about 8 weeks in isolation in a hospital room. Isolation is, of course, something that we're now all experiencing on a global scale. And I can't overstate just how powerful it was to have John and his band in my hospital room. And as the sound of music started to drift into the hospital hallways, nurses and doctors and patients filtered out of their rooms and everyone began to dance. And to this day, it was truly the most joyous moment that I've experienced. So we're very, very grateful to John, and he'll be playing some Christmas music for all of you.
And we're grateful to you for your spirit.
Thank you, John.
This is a song called Relationships. You know, that celestial thing. Let your soul float up in the air. close your eyes. I see trees of green and red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, and also all the faces of all the people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, and I watch them grow. They'll know much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. you can open them back up, check out the snow. The holiday season, Christmas is upon us. The Bone Marrow Foundation, helping to give the gift of life. Nothing sweeter sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight, walking in the winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, but here to stay is the new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he is James Brown. Get up off of that thing. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we've made, walking in a winter wonderland. You caught that? Hey now. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he is Sterling K. Brown. Where you at, Sterling? What's happening, brother? He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire. That's my favorite lyric of the song where it says, later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire. And they say, to face unafraid the plans that we've made, walking in a winter wonderland. One more time, he said, to face unafraid the plans that we've made, walking in a winter wonderland.
I'm feeling you where you at, sitting on your computer, desktop, laptop. You might be in the bathroom with your laptop or your iPad or your smartphone device, machine, connection, mechanism, mechanics, Star Wars, the future. Yes, feel the love, the Christmas spirit. I recorded these songs and it's a vibe. I'm trying to remember the different arrangements. Woo! Suleika. Woo! Blues. I know I can't hear y'all clap, but how about another round of applause for Suleika Jawad? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And now I want you to put your hand together right there. Yeah, now double it up. Yeah, I get my Lil Otis ready. That's how I do that. And Stephen Morris. All of the energies. We channeling the ancestry and the energies, lineages, life force, energies. Keep it going, y'all. God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ the Savior, he was born on Christmas Day to save us from all Satan's power when we had gone astray. Oh, good tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, good tidings of comfort, comfort and joy. Yeah. God rest ye merry gentlemen, yet nothing you dismay. For Christ the Savior, he was born on Christmas Day. Oh, to save us from all Satan's power when we had gone astray. Oh, good tidings of Jamie Foxx, comfort and joy, yeah. Comfort and joy. Oh, good tidings of comfort, comfort and joy. Hey. nothing you dismay. Remember Christ the Savior, he was born on Christmas Day. Ow! To save us from our Satan's power when we had gone astray. A good time, tears of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. So good time, and joy. Woo! Peak State. Yeah. Peak State. Hello. Come on. Anthony Robin. All right. Oh, my goodness. Well, you know, it's a great joy to play piano in a room, practically alone, by myself. And I feel you. And I'm going to play one more song, and I'm going to give you an opportunity to sing along. And I'm going to imagine your face. I see, yeah. And sing as loud as you can. And we're going to sing the COVID away. And we're going to sing it all away. 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 So, and I would also like to say thank you for your support. The Bone Marrow Foundation is doing God's work on earth. And that's why we're here, virtually connecting. So, thank you, and we encourage you to continue. We love you. We'll see you on the other side. Yes. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rudolph. Yeah, huh? On one foggy Christmas Eve, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, hey! Yeah. Yes! Great job, choir. Wonderful job. And
Hi,
please,
John.
Suleika, the wonderful.
Thank you, John. That was extraordinary.
That was fun. Thank you so much, Bone Marrow Foundation. And oh yeah, well, we got to be professional. Yeah. All right.
So there are a lot of organizations and foundations out there that focus on raising funds for cancer research. But the reason I joined the Bone Marrow and Cancer Foundation's board a couple of years ago, and the reason I now serve as a patient ambassador for the organization, is because they provide essential, critical support to patients when they need it most, whether it's offering them free lodging during their treatment, which is something that I did. I lived for 3 months at the Hope Lodge in the aftermath of my bone marrow transplant, or whether it's providing critical support to patients, not just during their treatment, but in the aftermath of their treatment when they're grappling with the psychosocial and emotional imprints of illness. So I can't speak highly enough about the work that Christina Merrill and the foundation does for patients all over the world. It's no exaggeration to say that I would not be here today if it weren't for a community of people like this one that cares and that acts on their caring, and if it weren't for the foundation. And before we hear one last song from John, I want to introduce someone who understands and knows the mission of the foundation better than almost anyone. Someone who has worked tirelessly to help care for millions of cancer patients, who in fact was one of my doctors when I was preparing for my bone marrow transplant, the brilliant Dr. Stephen Neimer, who's joining us virtually from Miami.
Wow, that was an amazing concert. John, you're an incredible musician, an incredible person, a real inspiration to us all. And Suleika, thank you so much for that warm and wonderful introduction. We're here tonight to celebrate the BMCF and all that it has done for our community. There's not a foundation like this that supports patients and their families as they go through the struggle of their treatment for cancer, whether it be a bone marrow transplant or stem cell transplant or a new form of immunotherapy, whatever the treatments people go through. Now more than ever, people are challenged in this pandemic to be able to work, to be able to take care of loved ones. Everything has become more important. There's over 16 million survivors of cancer living in the United States, either cured or living with cancer. The mission of the foundation continues to evolve. We're curing cancers that were never before curable, but the treatments are very complicated. We're dealing with the COVID pandemic right now, and it's having a big impact on cancer patients. At Miami, like many cancer centers, we're not allowing visitors, and so people have to go through chemotherapy or get a radiation treatment or undergo a surgery without their loved ones there to help support them. This makes our job more complicated. And so then we are asking our nurses to do more, our doctors to do more, to support people through the process. And that's what the Bone Marrow Foundation does also. We know as we look to the future that COVID is causing people to delay their diagnosis. The screening, mammography, and colonoscopy, people are afraid to see the doctors and to get screened. And so we know that there's going to be tens of thousands of patients who are going to present with more advanced cancers and require more complicated treatments. The Bone Marrow Foundation does so much to help so many people with housing and other things to get through the treatments. Now more than ever, we're going to count on our supporters to help us in our mission. I urge you tonight to contribute. Text BMCF 2020 to the number listed below on the screen. Be a lifeline. I thank everybody for being with us tonight and for all you do to make the foundation great. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen, for sharing your medical perspective during these uncertain times. I appreciate your long-standing commitment to the foundation. John and Suleika, we would not be having an event in 2020 if not for you both. It is with my heartfelt gratitude that I thank you for making this evening possible. John, it's been incredible to hear your songs from your new holiday album, and I'm excited to say that everyone listening tonight gets a download. Thank you all for supporting the BMCF, and please continue to be a lifeline in the coming year. Remember to text BMCF 2020 to the number below to give this evening. Happy holidays, and now for one last song before we go, here once again is John and Suleika.
I did with a good friend of mine. We collaborated and did our version of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. And that friend was the great actor Danielle Brooks. Shout out to Danielle. I'm gonna play a little bit of that. Let's see.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. Next year all our troubles will be out of sight.
What a year. Hear that line? Let's see.
Let your heart be light. Next year all our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. Next year all our troubles will be miles away. Once again, happy golden days, the golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are near to us and dear to us will be near to us once more. One day soon, we all will be together, if the fates allow. Until then we'll have to muddle through somehow.
How was they say part? Then
have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
I like this. production we did. I feel like y'all just spying on me. I'm just really rehearsing like I would do in my living room or my music room. And you're just a fly on the wall. I just love going over lyrics and melodies like that. Isn't that a great, when it says,
have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Somebody sang that at home with me, the harmony. Said, brother,
have yourself
the harmony part.
a merry little Christmas now.
See, we can do it one more time right here. So it's like, let's see.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Woo!
And then Danielle and I, we put a bridge on it. That's kind of.
Merry little Christmas.
The soulful thing.
Merry little Christmas now. Merry little Christmas now. Merry little Christmas now.
The bridge is nice too.
Faithful friends who are dear to us will be near to us once more.
Then you can put the blues.
One day soon we all will be together if the fates allow. Until then we'll have to muddle through somehow.
Woo! Then let me hit the harmony.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Christmas carols next to the piano with John Batiste and friends, virtually, nobody in the same room. Supporting a good cause. And then we do this part. There's the other harmony part I want to hear you. So there's the
Merry little Christmas now.
and then I want to hear somebody do this one.
Merry little Christmas now.
The low, like grandpa, the man.
Merry little Christmas now.
So it's 1, 2,
Have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Oh, hello.
Hi. In times like these, we're all pulling together to make things a little easier for one another. You've already been a lifeline for thousands of patients, for families like ours, and your continued generosity will help reach so many more. Please donate what you can. Every little bit counts. Please be a lifeline. Text BMCF 2020 to the number below. We thank you. We love you. Be a lifeline. Thank you.
Be a lifeline. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. BMCF 2020.
Merry Christmas, John.
Yeah.